Hello everyone, T-Draguno here. Today we'll be reviewing a highly sought out figure and a very hard to find figure. And his name is Mephiles. Specifically the 35th anniversary because the original release of Mephiles was very difficult. I never even saw the first version of Mephiles, but hey, I found this Mephiles at a Walmart all by itself. So I thought like, hey, what a lucky find. Actually, did I say Walmart? I'm sorry, I'm giving Walmart way too much credit. No, Target. I found this Mephiles at a Target. Just sitting alone by itself. I said, awesome. I actually have a Mephiles figure. He looks, in the box, he looks amazing, but his freakish, no mouth, no nose, carbon copy of Shadow. And like I said, within the box, looks very nice. He comes with his purple mist effect stand base thing he comes with. Made by Jakks Pacific. I'm surprised I actually was able to find this, because even after knowing about this 35th anniversary, I sought out to look for Mephiles. I have seen this classic, orange classic Metal Sonic. I've seen Orange Tails. I've seen too many of the Orange Sonic with the Chaos Emeralds and 35th anniversary. There are way too many of these. Way too many. But we found this guy. He is a rarity, and that's done on purpose, and I hate it. But hey, we found it. So, without further ado, let's open him up out of the box. And here's Mephiles in all of his glory. I gotta say, I love the details that they put all over his body. These cracks all throughout his spines, his eyes, all throughout his body. Very nicely detailed and thoughtfully painted. All together with his presumably glowing mist particles. A very great figure and a very well designed too. One thing I wish that Jakks Pacific would start doing is maybe put some elbow joints there. Obvious elbow joints could be put right here. But other than that, this looks amazing. This goes beyond expectation and is, well, we don't have really another Mephiles figure to compare, but this is still one of the best Jakks Pacific figures they ever created, and better than most Jazzwares Sonic figures, by far. I kind of wonder what would Mephiles be if he actually had a mouth. You see the green eyes, the green reptilian-like looking eyes, very different from Shadow's. Very nice. So far I don't see any miscoloring or too much paint apps that look weird. Everything looks very nice. The sculpt on the spines are perfect. Exactly the way they should be. Look at that. Hands are very detailed. Claws even. Not just hands but claws. Got some pinchers on them. From head to toe. All the detail. And I guess I don't spend that much time looking at Mephiles' feet, but I don't think Mephiles' feet are just basic nubs. Like, they're kind of like shoes, but they're kind of like melted down nubs. Which is a thing that I guess is a conversation for most Mobians. Like Sonic, Amy, Tails, Knuckles. Some people think they have human feet, all 5 toes. Some people think that they're just nubs like this. So I don't know if this is an indicator that they just have nubs, but I guess it takes all types, right? But yeah, you just gotta love all of this detail. Like, this is just a perfect figure. And I'm noticing his tail. Mephiles' tail's that long. It kind of sticks out there like a tree branch. That right there. Does it turn? No, it doesn't turn. Doesn't need to. Yeah, he's got a tree branch-like tail. Even his back spines are kind of sticking out, like way out there. Kind of sprayed, making a V shape wide apart. Super cool, super awesome. Super glad I got this figure. And not for like $50 to $100. No, just regular. How much was it? $10, $12. This. So glad I found this. Very lucky find. Very lucky find. And of course, here is the purple mist base where you sit him on here. He stands and appears that he usually does in Sonic 06. Very nice. If there was another accessory I could say that can go with Mephiles, I would say it would be the finger beam that he uses to basically special beam cannon Sonic in the back and kill Sonic to make Elise cry. Other than that, it's also a very nice, very fitting accessory effect piece for him to stand on. And really, you could also just kind of have him stand here and just use it as an effect piece. I don't know what's the best way to have it look. Something like that. Something simple. Oh yeah, let's go over articulation. Articulation, head is 360. We are on a simple ball joint in there. A little bit of rock left, all around left and right. Full 360 rotation. Standard, all Jakks Pacifics, 360. If I can move his head a bit, I can get it around there. Full 360 rotation at the wrist. Tiny bit of wiggle room in there, but not too much. Same goes for the other arm. Also, these joints feel really smooth. These are not too tight or anything. Like, they're tight enough to hold the pose, not too tight where I'm not too afraid to break them. Like, everything feels nice, fluid, flush, perfect. Very nice. Oh, this one has more pivot. Okay, we got actually some more pivot going on here, actually. I didn't realize. This one definitely. Alright. Alright, nice posable. Okay, this is a little bit hard. Trying to be behind the camera, but then move this within the camera. Alright, we'll get that leg up there. He's going to kick out that much. He's going to do a Sparta kick forward. If I jiggle this over to the side, might get a little bit more range, not really too much. Just a perfect L. Straightforward kick. Knees are going to bend. They're going to bend nicely. Don't need any special grease or anything. These joints are just fine. You're going to swivel at the knee. It's good for dynamic posing. The best you're going to get with that knee crunch is 90. That's really all you're going to need with Mephiles. This right here already looks like a great pose. Just have him tilt his head more. There we go. There you go. And that sinister look. Just walking around, what are you looking at? Tricking gullible Silver and Blaze as she wants to pretend like she never met Sonic before. Let's see, there's a rotation at the ankle here. Let's see if I can get it. Does exist. Just a little. Because the blade's sculpted. Alright, here we go. Complete full rotation. Same thing with this side over here. Bend at the knee. Nicely swivel. Very nice, perfect swivel. And at this point, if I spread these wide to the side, Mephiles is doing a complete split. I don't think you can really stand on that split, but the split that's good enough. His legs are, I think I twisted around his legs. Alright, let's see what Mephiles looks like on the stand. I think it's pretty straightforward, just plug him in here. Is he on there? There's pegs on there, so I don't know if his feet are firmly inside the pegs. I think I have it the right way. It looks right. Very snug on there. Alright, so this is Mephiles, his full glory with the purple mist. Floating around like a ghost. That's gonna look nice on anyone's shelf. It's gonna look amazing. Yeah, super great figure. Happy I got it. All the joints are perfect. Again, if you had, always with Jakks Pacific, if you had elbow joints, that would be even better. But this is still really great. It looks great. He moves great. Nothing's out of place. Nothing loose. Nothing too tight. This is a very excellent figure and an excellent release. Re-release. I'm glad they re-released Mephiles because they knew that they had to because they did not make enough Mephiles the first time around. And I hope they do the same with Neo Metal Sonic. because that was a very hard find. Still don't have one, so I hope they re-release Neo Metal Sonic as well. To end this off, let's do some size comparisons. I'm gonna take Mephiles off of his purple mist. Well, I'm gonna keep it with it on, and then see what it looks like off of it. Alright, so here's the Jakks Pacific Silver and Blaze right next to Mephiles. Mephiles' first victims. And then the story of 06. I have to say he blends in perfectly. Does not look out of place. Even though I feel like that with Mephiles, and I think it's because of the lighting in 06. Mephiles always seemed like he was a bit darker, like a deep dark blue to near black. But I think that was just because of the lighting of the game, rendering, and old engines. What was that, the Hedgehog engine? I don't know, whatever. Point is, looks great, looks awesome. Here's another comparison. Here we have Metal Virus Sonic, half corrupted that is, and Dr. Eggman, looking perfectly next to Mephiles. I could have used a regular Sonic, but I keep on thinking about with Mephiles, Special Beam Cannon Sonic in the back. But like, this is like the closest Sonic face I think that would relate to Mephiles at this point in time. Here's a good look at Shadow, what Mephiles is based off on. That whole Shadow Scepter. If I can get my Shadow to stand. He was standing just fine a minute ago. Okay. Alright, so yeah, there's Mephiles right next to Shadow himself. And I guess I'm gonna take this off, because they're supposed to be practically the same size. Since they're basically modeled after each other. Just that Mephiles with obviously sculpting details and no nose. But yeah, these two are pretty much the same, two peas in a pod. Except, one of them is the ultimate life form. This one is a fake, a shadow copy. He's nothing compared to the ultimate life form. If only Jakks Pacific made a shadow where he takes off his inhibitor rings. That would be really cool. Alas, I guess I'm gonna have to customize one myself as soon as I find another shadow. Bro, did you know that I have your 4th Chaos Emerald? Maria! Let's have a comparison between Rouge and Omega. It looked awesome together. Actually, well, let me just throw in a Shadow here. We'll take the whole look at Team Dark, since they did all take out Mephiles. But he did take off his rings. Full Team Dark scene here. Yeah. I'm just gonna point out one interesting thing. Alright. Well, we've seen how Dr. Eggman, okay, he's got elbows. He's got elbow joints. Omega over there has elbow joints. Even Rouge has elbow joints. So they decide that some characters can have elbow joints. So why can't all the characters have elbow joints? If they could do it with Rouge, they could do it with the rest of them. Just something to think about is all. It clearly works, so they can do it. Do it, Jakks Pacific.
Do it. Do it.
But yeah, if you have all these figures of Team Dark and Mephiles, you can actually recreate the scene where they're beating the snot out of all of the Mephiles clones.
This is not where I fall.
Now for my last comparison. Now this is something related to something that I have seen floating around since the Chaotix Casefiles are in the recent one, floating around that maybe a certain jackal could be alive. Maybe he could be coming back into a future Sonic game, show, franchise title, whatever. And maybe this certain jackal would come back and then go back in time and bring back a certain creature to disrupt time again, because he wants revenge to prove that he's not weak. I just have to say, I don't know. I don't know if this guy is really about to come back. I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind coming back. He was wasted potential, but I don't know if this puny, weak, pathetic, sorry excuse for a bounty hunter is going to make it back in one piece. I mean, if it does, it's cool. And also for anybody talking about the Phantom Ruby, the one stitched on his body is red. This Phantom Ruby is not red. This is not red. But yeah. Do you guys actually think Infinite is going to come back in a mainline Sonic game? I mean, it would be cool. I wouldn't mind it. He may need a new gimmick. Maybe not the Phantom Ruby, because I doubt that thing is going to work. He may not even keep this mask. I don't know. The mask is cool and everything, but when Sonic Forces happened and how pathetic he was, I mean, I don't think he can wear this mask anymore. He doesn't deserve it. He needs to earn this mask again. Cool character with such a terrible, poor backstory. Well, yeah, he can be redeemed. Now if I can make him stand. I can get him to stand. Yeah. Infinite the Jackal. If he comes back, I mean, wow. I mean, in my headcanon, I think that he's just drifting somewhere in an empty null space, or a different dimension or something. I don't think he's dead, because it just seems so off-putting the way they did it, because he just kind of faded out of existence. I don't know if I call that a death. I think he just disappeared. And from a loss like that, I wouldn't want to show my face either. But besides Infinite coming back and having the Phantom Ruby, what if we put the Phantom Ruby in a certain more sinister villain's hands? If he can fit it in his hands. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it, don't worry. Yeah, there we go. There we go. If we give the Phantom Ruby to Mephiles, now we can get something crazy done here. Well, who's gonna do it and how's gonna do it? I don't know. Maybe Infinite's going to give Mephiles the Phantom Ruby and cause some havoc between time and space. How about that? That would be pretty cool, right? Yeah, that's all I have for this video and this review of Mephiles. Very awesome figure. Great to have it in the collection. Super rare, super hard to find, super awesome looking. It's gonna look good on the shelf. I hope you all enjoyed this video of Mephiles, and tell me, do you have any personal connection with Mephiles? Do you know who Mephiles is? Have you played Sonic 06? Do you ever want to see Mephiles come back in a new Sonic game? Tell me in the comments below. Anyways, that'll be all. Take care, everyone. Bye, guys.